Bulldozer, 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 bulldozer.
What's up, Transformers fans? It is Aatron back with another review, and today we're going to be looking at the Studio Series 86 Scrapper. Really pumped about this figure, but before we get into it, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and all that jazz. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at this guy. So here I have him souped up with his accessories. I mean, he looks kind of stupid with these on, I'm not gonna lie, so we'll take these off. You get this guy here, and this guy here, in addition to this little gun here. And yeah, so these guys actually combine, and they turn into Devastator's big honking pistol rifle thingy. So yeah, I think that's really cool. But Scrapper can also hold each piece individually. But I think he kind of looks stupid like that. But yeah, this is his robot mode gun, which we'll look at in a little bit. But for now, get those off out of my sight. And yeah, let's take a look at this bulldozer mode. I really like this bulldozer mode. I think it looks really clean. Not really gappy. At least from the sides it's not gappy. Up here there's a little, tiny, if you really want to nitpick, like, oh, there's a gap there, oh, look at that, there, big gap. It's like, no, this is a very good alt mode. I'm very pleased with how this alt mode came out. Of course, the iconic, Constructicon, like neon green color, mixed with a little bit of purple here. The wheels, some nice treads on there. A little bit of, a little detail in the wheels there. Also, a little bit of detailing in here. Not much, but it looks like a little ladder right here. I guess that's kind of cool. On either side too. This, obviously, this can go up. Do all the stuff you want it to. But yeah, can scoop up stuff, push stuff around. But I mean, I wish it rolled a little better. You can see it, the wheels don't even roll. That's not a big deal for me. I really don't care if the wheels roll or not, but whatever. Especially since this is a bulldozer. It's not like it's gonna go, really fast and stuff. But yeah, underneath, very clean too. Also, I must say, not a lot of nonsense on the bottom. Very clean. And yeah, I really like this alt mode. Very clean. Very good alt mode. I guess I kind of just wish there was a Decepticon symbol here. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a Decepticon logo like in here in the show. But while I think it'd be cool, it's not the end of the world for me. I just think it would be another cool detail they could have added. I'm not gonna dock any points from it because there's no Decepticon logo in the whatever you call that there, the big scooper. I don't know. Whatever you call that. So yeah, that is pretty much it for his bulldozer alt mode here. So yeah, without further ado, Scrapper, transform.
Autobot shall fall.
Alright, so here we have Scrapper in robot mode, and I must say he looks really awesome in robot mode. And let's take a closer look at this guy here. Let's look at his nice head sculpt. Awesome classic looking head sculpt. Nice red visor. Awesome looking, like, it looks like just the brim of a hat with that like the top. Just, they got his head sculpt. I mean, spot on, dead on accurate. Looks really cool. If you look closely, there's also a little bit more detail in there as well. Classic face mask. Looks really good. The head sculpt looks very nice. Obviously, a lot of green going on here, but also more emergence of other colors. Like this nice purple all throughout the chest piece going down into the waist. A little bit of red here on the chest piece as well. Some more paint apps in the chest there. Nice Decepticon logo. Really like it. Looks like a little shiny gray there. Looks awesome. And I really like this this gray here with the thighs there. Looks really cool. Also, if you look closely, some like robotic details in them. Looks very good. Obviously, you got the wheels here on the sides. The backpack, it looks like a tad bit big, but I really don't have a problem with it. I think it looks fine. Just a little bit of a gappiness there. That's my only gripe about the backpack. So obviously, how else are you gonna get this part up onto Scrapper? But I think this whole assembly here looks good. The only, well, I shouldn't say the only. There's a few things I'm gonna mention, but the first thing I noticed when I opened this figure was his caboose here is the top of his truck, so it looks a bit odd. It almost looks like he has like a, I don't really know, like a tail or something. I don't know. This is gonna take some getting used to for the figure, but I think this part is a little weird for me right now. It looks a bit odd. And then the other thing I was gonna mention is just the hollowness back here and behind the legs here. You know, it's not the worst, but I don't know. I wish there could have been more done here to cover some of this as I move it out of the camera. I wish there was more to be done here about this hollowness, and also there's some hollowness in the forearms here, or actually the entire arm, as you can see here, throughout there, and here up towards the bicep area. I wish there could have been more done to kind of cover that stuff up, but you know, this guy has to form into a giant robot, or help form a giant robot, so that's why I'm not gonna dock this guy too many points on that. But yeah, I wish there could have been more done there, but like I said, if it means we get Devastator, then I'm perfectly a-okay with that. So now let's go on to some articulation. His head, move all the way around, hoot like an owl. There you go. Gets actually a little bit of downwards movement, as you can see there. A little bit of upwards movement. Arms go up very high. They can go 360, like so. Nice elbow bend here, about 90 degrees. Now here's the biggest gripe I have with this figure. There is no waist. There's no waist movement on this guy, which kind of sucks for me, in my opinion. I think that's very unfortunate. That's probably the biggest letdown of this guy for me, is no waist articulation. However, he can kick up to 90. He can kick back that far. Just nice. Nice knee bend there. His leg can go all the way around. And down here you just got this, I guess, to help posing. So everything is great with articulation. Oh, I forgot to show this with the arm too. You can also do that. But yeah, everything is great with articulation, besides there's no waist. That's a big letdown for me. I'm thinking to myself, how is him having waist articulation hindering him transforming into, or helping transform Devastator? I don't know. But that's really my only disappointment with this figure for that. So overall, what do I think of Transformers Studio Series 86 Scrapper? Well, as I've been rambling on about, no waist sucks, but for me, everything else is pretty damn good. This is a pretty damn good figure, I must say. Love the paint apps. Alt mode is great. Pretty simple transformation. There's just a few weird things, but I mean, this guy is the real deal. I really like this figure, but unfortunately, because there's no waist, I can't give this figure an incredible grade, because otherwise I would give this guy probably like a 9.5, but considering that he has no waist, I'm gonna have to give him, I'm gonna dock him a whole 1.5. I'll give him an 8.0. 8.0. Looks great in robot mode, looks great in alt mode, but just falls just tiny bit short in the articulation department, which is very unfortunate. But it's not something where you should say like, oh, he doesn't have waist, I shouldn't go and get this figure. No, you need this figure in your collection. You need Studio Series 86 Devastator. Then again, I'm extremely biased. The Constructicons are my favorite combiners. Love me some Devastator, love me some Constructicons. But still, even if I wasn't huge on the Constructicons or whatever, I would still go out and get Scrappers so I can, you know, form Devastator nonetheless. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Scrapper. Just wish the guy had some waist articulation. But it's not the end of the world. Let's put a positive spin on this. By the end of the year, I believe, we're going to have Devastator. And it's going to look awesome. He's going to look sick. It's going to be fantastic. And life is going to be great. Plus, we're going to have some other combiners on the way. All that good stuff. I'm pumped. I hope you're pumped. But again, I'm pumped. And yeah, make sure you guys, like I said earlier, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for docking.